Stress. Lots of stress. Too much stress. By the time I'm done with VFL, I'll have those grey hairs. I think I've aged several years already. What? Apparently there's footage of the goals we scored in the background. I don't care. Do you think anyone cares now? It's all chaos, and everything's on fire. At the end of last episode, we voted Liam out of management, and Harley was stepping up. Seems like years ago now. I need a drink. The overall mood of the boys was hopeful that a season was about to turn a corner, but to do this we needed a big recruitment drive to fix our problems. Holly had taken over on a Saturday, so the weekend results were pardoned. Not much he could do with the time he had to sort the club out. All the advice I gave through the week was totally ignored. Some crucial things that could have made life easier. Shay and myself convinced Harley to sign Hubbiger. I'm still apologising to Hub for bringing him into this Tim Pottery. On the other hand, we missed the chance to sign up a lad called Smith, even though all that Harley had to do was post up the signing thread. This all culminated in one hideous bust-up on the Friday after, when Harley hadn't signed the required backup, and an 8-man Wednesday side lost 1-0 to a Burnley team fighting for the title. It was a bitter defeat to take, because 11 versus 11, and that thing probably brings up a different scoreline. The team needed yet another management change. Oh goody. If you're a fan of the channel, you probably already know who that new manager is. Yeah. In my first full VFL season, I'd gone from trialing as a joke to manager. The stresses would hit me instantaneously. Instead of this changeover being a peaceful one, Holly was enraged that I had apparently snaked him out the club, throwing insult after insult at me. Thing is, I didn't want him out. I never said I wanted him out of the club. He made that assumption himself. Just a kid reading in between the lines. This abuse was on and off for around a week. Petty stuff, like, I'm a better manager than you. I can ignore that. But what I can't ignore is my good friend threatening to leave the club unless I replace the entire defence immediately after being manager for less than a day. I had limited squad space to work with, thanks to Harley's incompetence. It was quite simply impossible to do, but Shay insisted he goes or the defence goes. Great, abusing power to the max. Welcome to VFL Management Unit. You'll regret every single second of your existence. You'll regret meeting anyone vaguely interested in pro clubs. Well, to be fair, FIFA in general. Maybe even just video games. Hell, even breathing. I despise people that breathe now. You got Owen, who can play centre-back but won't play centre-back for the team. You got Henry, who tells you to do one after being replaced in the net by someone in better form. And then you got Shay, swearing and shouting at quite literally anything that he doesn't agree with. While all this is going on, you occasionally get the odd message from the big-headed Harley saying that if we don't get promotion, it would be embarrassing, and that he would get it if he was manager, because apparently he can look into the future now. Days become endless, painful reminders that you're involved in the VFL. As much as I can make light-hearted comedy of it, recently it's become less and less funny. Outside of VFL, Fleetwood Town Esports wanted me to help out with trials. That sparked some absolute outrage from some Sunday League VPG team who slagged me and Fleetwood Town off on Twitter, even though the probability of me walking into their side and immediately becoming their best player is 99.9999999999974%. Ironically, it's the same likelihood as me not joining Fleetwood Town Esports team after that fiasco. I'm probably no good for company image anyway, since I have an opinion and share that opinion frequently on social media instead of keeping it to myself like a good boy. Oh, and on top of all this, the big fat news that my wonderful boss at work had been told he was moving shops. Great. Thanks for that brilliant timing. Really do appreciate it. Might not sound like much to you guys, but where I work, the maximum amount of staff you can have on at one time is 2 people. That's a lot of time to kill with one work colleague, especially over the course of 2.5 years. Nothing is going right in the magical world of Cutzy. We still managed to scrape playoffs amazingly, but once you finish listening to my story, you'll realise that promotion is virtually impossible. Last Sunday should have been nice and relaxed. One game to play, and then off to a mate's to watch the Super Bowl. The first part of the plan executed almost perfectly, demolishing Leicester 10-1 and securing a playoff spot. Well, as for me enjoying the Super Bowl, no! Not in this VFL life, mate. Something is bound to go wrong. And it did. Mo got the stats totally wrong. I looked like a right twat through the first quarter, just glued to my phone, trying desperately to sort out the mess with an admin. Shay once again getting involved with his choice swear words. Mo suspended for the next 5 games, ruled out for the playoffs. That was the final straw. The club needed a total revamp. So I began to talk to each player individually. All of them were fine, until we get to Shay. Once he found out that he wasn't in the team next season, he decided to create hell in our group chat. Because that's what Shay does! Oh yeah, that's what Shay does. Cutting the long story short, my teammates called me a cake-eating, virgin fat prick, and still wondered why I wanted complete change. Oh, and then Hawley called me a dickhead because he believes he's still relevant. We are a pathetic excuse for a team this season, and don't deserve promotion on the basis that the majority are toxic teenagers with the maturity of toddlers. I don't care where they end up. It'll still be the same old problems season in, season out. So to Burnley, our playoff semi-final opponents, I say well done even though we haven't played the game yet. To all other VFL managers, I say take extreme caution in signing anybody who's a free agent in season 32 but played for Sheffield Wednesday in season 31. And to my friends in the VFL that joked around with me after all this went down, I'm not obsessed with trophies or success. Friends mean more than that. I couldn't lie to Shay for the whole week, win the playoffs, and then tell him he wasn't needed. That's not me, and it shouldn't be any of you. If you guys want to join Wednesday next season, I guess you can go right ahead, message me on the PlayStation Network. My username is Cutzy, like it is on YouTube, Cutzy, and we'll sort out a trial for you. I hope you've enjoyed my rant. If you have, then please give the video a like. I mean, what's going on? I'll see you next time.